Hey guys, good Wednesday morning. It's February 26th. Thanks for tuning in for our morning update. We've got Kevin on the computer over here. Erica is actually downstairs in the studio working on some stuff, so I'm in charge of your forecast today. I promise I'm just relaying what she told me earlier. We also have the 7-day on standby to look at. But we're going to pop through some of the stories that you guys are clicking on and sharing on KHU.com and on our Facebook page and have a little discussion about them if you want to. If you don't, no need to comment. But if you feel compelled, if you have questions or comments, leave them down below. We will circle back to those. A lot of you watch every morning, you know the drill. But for those who are new, this is totally unscripted. It's just you, me, and Kevin having a conversation about some of the day's big stories. So we're going to jump right off with the top story on KHOU.com. It's actually not a local story. This is out of North Dakota. But this guy's name is Andrew Glasser. He just entered an Alford plea for an absolutely horrific crime. So he is accused of sexually assaulting an infant. An infant. Police first spoke to him back in October 2017 because the baby had rib fractures, broken legs, and then they eventually upgraded the charges against him after prosecutors say they determined that I'm just going to say sexually assaulted. There's more detail in the article. These are always the hardest stories for me. And I almost feel like I'm going to throw up a little bit. I don't want to talk about this one anymore. If you feel compelled to learn more about the story, you can read about it on KHOU.com. There's just a lot of details there. The headline is he's going to prison for 4 years after entering that Alford plea. So at least he's getting some prison time. Next up, a woman is accused of stealing TILMAN Fertitta's identity. And where'd she get it? Where'd she get a social security number to do that? Off the dark web. Off the dark web. That's what she told the investigator. So her name is Stephanie Hunter. So she got his social security number, went and used it to try to open a line of credit at the bank and a line of credit at Conn's for about $20,000 altogether. She said she tried to buy furniture and other stuff, but couldn't. Fertitta is actually the one who tipped off investigators because he got a call for LifeLock. Have you ever heard of this? It's the organization, the company that can track your identity.
I didn't know anyone used it, to be honest with you.
TILMAN Fertitta
there
uses
you go.
it. We were talking about it, me and Doug Deloney. What a great advertisement for LifeLock.
Right, yeah.
Because obviously very, very effective. Shut her down. So she's actually out on bond right now. But she has past charges that include theft and possession of marijuana. I can only imagine getting that call as an investigator, like, hey, TILMAN Fertitta here. I need you to help me with something.
God, yeah. It's good he had that protection, though. Good on him.
Yeah. Makes me, I don't think anybody's going to come after me. I don't have much in the way of assets. We work in TV news. A lot of people think we make a lot of money. It is paid in glamour. It's not even glamour anymore. You do it because you love it, not because you make a lot of money. That's what I tell all the kids when I go to schools and encourage them to become journalists. Because we need them. You just got to do it because you have the passion for it, not because you want your face on TV. Because people will tell you how shiny your face is. That happened yesterday. Our next story is, I want to temper it with that this is a warning from the CDC. We're not trying to get you freaked out or anything like that. Neither is the CDC, but just a warning that it's not a matter of if coronavirus is going to spread across the country. It's kind of a matter of when. We brought in an expert yesterday, an epidemiologist with UT Health, and she explained that the recovery rate for coronavirus is 98%. So a huge recovery rate. That means the fatality rate is only about 2%. But we've watched the number of cases just grow exponentially, throughout China and then through Asia. Now it's in South Korea, Japan, There are nearly 60 cases here in the U.S., including that handful in San Antonio from the folks who were evacuated off of the cruise ship in Japan. So this is something we're obviously watching. We want you to be aware of. We want you to be able to prepare for, because if there is, if it does spread, you're probably going to want to take some efforts to socially distance yourself. That means, not hanging out in big groups, small rooms, washing your hands, all the normal things you would do when we're talking about the flu kind of travels the same way, and you can fight it in the same way. We have a lot of questions about masks and whether those work. Scientists don't know yet because they haven't pinpointed exactly how it is transmitted. So they can't say, yes, that mask works and that one doesn't. So keep that in mind. Just wash the hands, don't touch your face as much. I'm trying to be vigilant about that. It's hard. It's hard habits to break.
It can spread so quick, you never know.
Well, and that, anyone who works in an office, what happens when the flu comes through. We've had it make a couple different rounds through the newsroom, and you just watch people get picked off. So be cognizant. Hope that doesn't
happen here.
Yeah, we have a whole section on our website dedicated to coverage of the coronavirus. So it's khou.com/coronavirus. Answering a lot of different questions, talking to different experts, trying to get you as prepared as possible. The next story, kind of a crazy one. Yeah, you got to see the video. Kevin's like, I'm queuing up the video. So this is video from a Christmas party at Madison High School. That's the staff and teachers. Blowing off some steam, I would say. Making it rain.
Yeah.
So a faculty member who spoke to KHOU said that the principal basically said attendance was mandatory and make it as risque as possible. Now that principal, her name's Carlotta Brown, is on leave. So is the HISD area superintendent, while the district investigates. But what's interesting, we had a poll on this morning. That was our survey question on H-Town Rush. We asked folks, do you care? The majority of folks said no.
I find that interesting. If the teacher in the video was actually coerced into doing that, that's a pretty horrible story from your boss, coming down from your boss. It doesn't look like she was, but...
Yeah. I have two kids who are in middle school, and there's a huge part of me that's like, whatever you need to do, teachers, that's legal, go for it. Really, because I know how stressful that job is. So maybe it was just a cathartic airing of energy.
If it's her own thing, that's fine. I don't have a problem. If she was coerced by her boss, yeah, that should be investigated for sure.
But we have that whole story on khou.com. You can click the link. Matt Doherty talked to folks yesterday, and we're going to wrap this up with the Leaning Tower of Dallas. Still towering and leaning. The demolition company swapped out the wrecking ball used. It's still the same size. It's about 6,000 pounds. It's just a different shape, I guess. They say it's going to take weeks for it to come down because it's just... Oh, look at everybody getting their Leaning Tower selfies. I hadn't seen that part of the video. It's like a thing. Well, in case you're traveling to Dallas in the next couple of weeks, if you wanted to get your picture with the Leaning Tower of Dallas, it will be there waiting for you. Forecast time, if you haven't stepped outside yet, it's a lot cooler than it was yesterday, and it's breezy. We have a wind advisory in effect until 6 o'clock. Looking at your 7-day, you can notice the huge swing in temperatures. We were in the 70s yesterday. Now we're topping out in the mid-50s. And look at the overnight low tonight into tomorrow. So there could be a light freeze. So you know the rules, the 4 Ps. Make sure everything is safe, including your plants. I wish I had plants to care about outside. I do not. Saves trouble though. I don't have to go bundle anything up or haul it inside. I know I have a friend, Brandy Betancourt, I don't think she watches on here, who definitely will have to haul in huge pots and plants.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
Not fun.
But we should be almost out of this. And then pretty soon we're going to be talking about maybe bringing them in because they're going to die in the heat. So, you know, it's all about appreciating what you have when you have it. Comment and question time.
Well, let's see. We have a couple of good mornings. Good morning, Chad. Demetrius, good morning. Hey, guys. Talking about, going back to the teacher that was doing the Christmas party dance, Simon said, you know, she looks like she was having fun, but then you have Rosie that says, looks can be deceiving. So,
yeah, we don't know the backstory on that video so much, just that it was, excuse me, the faculty member we spoke to was not really excited about going, it sounds like.
Yeah. Well, we have a couple of comments, not to dwell on it too much, but about the first story.
Oh, God, yeah.
A lot of people seem upset that he only got 4 years in prison. I find that pretty interesting myself, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't here in Texas as it is in North Dakota, so it's hard to say, you know, what the judicial system is like there, or if anyone's lobbying for changes.
Let's see, we also have Rosie making a comment about using non-pharmaceutical methods in regards to the coronavirus. She said she saw that on our website. I'm not actually sure about that myself.
Non-pharmaceutical, well, I mean, we don't have a vaccine for it, for coronavirus.
Right, no prevention
so there aren't
yet.
any pharmaceutical solutions at this point.
Let's see what else we got here. Well, not seeing too much here as far as comments go. Looks like our comment chain's run dry.
Okay, then it's time to wrap it up. There's another update coming up at 2:15 this afternoon. We're going to call it a day.
Right.
Have a good one.
Later, guys.